Okay, so this is a short tutorial on how to install Flutter on your PC. As you can see, I am using Windows 10, and so follow me and see how you can do install Flutter on your website. First of all, you have to go to the Flutter official website, which is flutter.dev. Then you click on Get Started. Yeah, then you select the operating system you are using from here. Good. Now these are the key things you need to know. The message that is showing from here to there, you need to go through them critically. The operating system supported by Flutter is Windows 7 Service Pack 1 or later versions, that is 8, 8.1, 10 to 11 all the way. Then your disk space, you should have at least 1.64 gig to support that. Then you now talk about the tools. There are two tools that Flutter really needs to be on your computer before it can work. One is the Windows PowerShell 5.0. Windows PowerShell 5.0 should be in your PC. I think with Windows 10 by default your Windows PowerShell will be 5.0 or higher, but below Windows 10 is probably your own will be lesser than 5.0. In this case you may have to upgrade it. Then you need Git for Windows version 2.x, meaning 2.0 and above. Good. Now first of all, I'm going to right click on the PowerShell and open link in a new tab. Alright, so assuming your PowerShell is not up to 5.0. Anyway, first of all, let's see how to find PowerShell. If you are using Windows 10, come to the search bar and search for what PowerShell. You can search even if you are on Windows 7. Good. Then to know the version of this particular PowerShell, you can see PS version table. You can write this command like I've written, PS version table, and press enter. Then you can see PS version here is 5.1.1, meaning 5.0 and above. So mine is 5.0 and above. If yours here says 4 point something, it means that you have to upgrade it to the current version. So to do that, you just follow this Windows PowerShell link to the Windows Microsoft website, and then you come down here. It says that if you're interested in PowerShell 6 and later, you need to install PowerShell Core instead of Windows PowerShell. For that, see installing PowerShell Core on Windows. So you click here. This is a hyperlink. Click it. Then now prerequisites to enable PowerShell remoting and blah blah. Ignore this. Come to download the installer package. To install PowerShell on Windows, download the latest. You can click this. This is a hyperlink that should take you to a new website. Then you just come here. So the current release is 7.1.3, and you can just go down here, and these are the various PowerShell versions. Now we have Windows x64 or x86.msi. So if your PC is 64-bit, you can go with this. Okay, just click it, and then it's downloading. This is a setup, an executable. When it's done downloading, you can just run it like a normal setup that you install on your PC, and you are good to go. Now the next thing, when you are done actually installing this PowerShell, let's say you don't have the PowerShell 5.0 and above, you can use the procedure I spoke about to know the version, whether it has been has taken effect or not. Then you come to Git. So you open Git link for on a new tab, and then you download either 32-bit or 64-bit. Now you can check for this from this. If you go to this PC, you go to properties. You can see if your PC is 32-bit or 64-bit. System type 64-bit. So mine is 64-bit, x64-bit processor. So you can also use that to check your own whether it's 64 or 32. So to download, I'll click on 64-bit, and then you can see it downloading Git setup for me. Good. So I think I already have the Git setup on my PC already. this is it here. So for me, my Windows PowerShell is 5.0 and above, so I don't have to worry. What I have to worry is installing Git on my computer. So I've double clicked on the Git setup, then you can see yes, then you say next, 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 next. Yeah, so all the default settings, just leave them as they are ticked, and then go to next, all the way to the end. So I'm gonna pause this and then resume when the installation is. Okay, so my Git has completed, and then I click on finish. Yep. Yeah, so this is the Git console actually, so it means that Git is completely installed on my system. Now I'll be back here. So this is done. The next thing now is to download the Flutter SDK. Okay, so just click on this and you wait for it to what? Complete the install. To complete downloading rather, sorry. Okay, so personally I think I have Flutter already here in my setup. Yeah, this is the Flutter SDK. I have the Flutter SDK already. Good. So when you download yours, try to extract it. It will be in a zip file. Try to extract it and then make it be in a folder like this, Flutter with all its contents. So you get the same thing when you download it. And I would advise that you come to your local disk, create a folder called src or source, and then you come here and then you paste it here, just like I've done. Okay, yeah. So let's move to the next thing. The next step here is to update your environment path, your path. Okay, so now I'll show you how to find your environment variables. You need to make sure that flutter/bin, okay, it's part of your environment path. Alright, so let's go to our environment path. I'll right click this and say manage. Alright, then I'll go to go to properties rather. Good. Then you scroll down here and go to advanced system settings. Good. Then down here you see environment variables. Click on it. Alright, cool. Then you come to system variables down here. Now system variables, you see a variable called path. Now highlight it and you click on edit. Good. Now you can see over here there's nothing like Flutter or whatever here, so we need to add a variable. So to do that, you come to where you kept your Flutter SDK, like how I have kept mine here. Open it and you open bin, and then you click here and copy it. Okay, then when you copy it, you just come here and you paste it like this and say okay. Yes, and then you say okay, and then you say okay. That is it, you are done. Now if you want to know whether Flutter has completely installed, you can open your PowerShell and then you say what? Flutter Doctor, like this, and you wait a while and see the response you get. Okay, so when I run Flutter Doctor, When I run Flutter Doctor, you can see welcome to Flutter. Yeah, so my Flutter path has been successfully identified. You see my Flutter channel is 2.0.3, but now you can see I don't have Android toolchain, unable to locate Android SDK, install Android Studio, and blah blah blah. Yes, so the next thing for me is to install Android Studio, and when I install Android Studio on my PC, I'll be able to get the Android SDK and all its other important stuff. You can use Visual Studio also, but I would recommend you install Android Studio, which will make the whole process very easy for you. So let's go to how to install Android Studio. That's the next thing we are gonna do. Alright, so you can come here and go to google.com, and then you search for Android Studio like this. Yeah, then you go to download Android Studio. You wait a while. Alright, so you click on download Android Studio here. This is the size of it. So you click. I think I do have the Android Studio set up already. I have already downloaded it. Should be in my programs folder. Yeah, so this is it. I'll double click on it. Okay, so I'm now installing my Android Studio. You see this thing, just say yes to give permission, and then you go next all the way. So you wait for it to complete install it. Okay, so it's done. I'll go to next, then you say finish. So when you click on finish, you just wait a while for Android Studio to launch. Okay, so I do already have some Android Studio what you call project folder here, which I'll just proceed with it. So with Android Studio, whenever you see information that you should download Android SDK, you simply accept and then you allow it to download all the necessary things it needs to download. And when it's completed, you will go back to run PowerShell, to run Flutter Doctor on PowerShell to see whether our Android Studio SDK is correctly installed. Then from there we can start writing code in Flutter, and that. So I'll just wait for my Android Studio to launch and then we will proceed. You can see it's trying to download certain things on its own. Okay, you get this notice. You can either say send or don't send. This is to help Google gather certain data from your PC or your usage of Android Studio. So you can see Android Studio has launched, and I see this pop up. For now, I'll just cancel it. I'll go to next. I'll choose this. I'll go to next, and then I'll go to finish. You see it's downloading certain tools, so you need to make sure you have internet at these stages so that it downloads all the necessary SDKs, platform tools, and whatever that it needs for you. So I'll just allow all this installation to take place, and then we will continue with our Flutter installation. Okay, so the download process is complete now. I'll just click on finish. Good. Now I can launch Android by creating a new project. Okay, so create new project, go to empty activity and go to finish. Okay, so when you have gotten Android Studio to open like this, the next thing is to download that and then Flutter. So you can come to tools and then you go to SDK manager, for example. Then you come to plugins here. You just wait a while, then you search for Flutter like this. When you see it, you click on install, accept, install. So you wait a while while the installation process takes. Okay, so when you're done, you pick that, you search for that also has been installed, and you see that it requires you to restart. Click on restart. When you restart the ID, okay, so now let's go to PowerShell and then we will check whether Flutter Doctor will have all the necessary SDKs in it. So now again I'll type Flutter Doctor like this. Wait a while, see that it's blinking, it will load. And it's telling me there's a new version of Flutter. If I want to upgrade, I'll just say Flutter upgrade, and okay, so you can see the Android toolchain is the only thing that is an issue now is Android license not accepted. To resolve this, run Flutter Doctor dash dash. So I'll say Flutter Doctor dash dash Android dash license, and you press enter. Wait a while. Okay, so you can see they'll be asking you this option. Just press yes. Oh, come on. Say Y, press enter. Another option too here. You say Y, press enter. Say Y, press enter. Yes. You do the Y to the end. Good. All SDK package licenses accepted. Now you run Flutter Doctor again and you see what you get. Everything will be marked correctly now. Okay, so now you see Flutter is active, Android toolchain correct, Chrome, Android Studio, everything is now correct. No issues found. So we are good to go. Okay, back to Android Studio. Let me exit this particular project, close project. Now to create a Flutter project, you select create new Flutter project like this, and you select Flutter application, next. Now you see your SDK path. You are supposed to what do you call it, go and select the Flutter SDK path. In my case it's here. Say okay, and now next, finish. And that is that. You can start building applications with Flutter using what, Android Studio. You can also download Visual Studio Code as an alternative to Android Studio, and you are good to go. Thank you for watching. Bye. Yep, so you can see it's done.